chair of the Hopkinton Cultural Council. I'm here today. I'm just going to do a little summary of what we talked about at our last Cultural Council meeting. We had a couple guests. It was very nice. We had Bob Foster there, and he started off the meeting, and we talked about his idea to recognize local artists and gather local artists and have a program at the library, and the Cultural Council was invited to be involved. And so we are going to help Bob get all the artists together, and then hopefully he will coordinate with the library and have a program with the library, and then we will keep something up on our website that will have a list of all our community local artists. So that is a pretty cool program that Bob had as an idea. So we did that first, and then we approved our meeting minutes unanimously. And then we had another guest, Jean Birchman from PolyArts, and she came, and we really just had to clarify the role of Hopkinton Cultural Council and its relationship to PolyArts, because we have been partnering with them, and we want to make sure that we are able to get them as much support as possible, and trying to figure out the best way to do that from a financial relationship and how we can fund them and help them the best. So we chatted about that for a while, and we are going to keep looking into that and figure out the best way that we can support PolyArts. The next thing we talked about was just updating and assigning roles in order to move forward with our districting. We are trying to establish a cultural district in Hopkinton, and the first step in that is just establishing an asset map. So we are going to be collecting a list of assets that are cultural in nature, that are within walking distance of the town common. So if anyone has suggestions, please feel free to reach out, because we are making a map so we can hopefully get more funding from the state and get a cultural district to the town. The next thing we did was update and check in with all of our liaisons and grant recipients. That included our treasurer's report, and we made sure that we have balanced books, and that all the grant recipients for 2022 know who they are, and all the people that are their liaisons have reached out. And next we talked about on May 14th there's going to be Hop 101 through the library again, which will be on the common, and we just talked about making sure we're free to have some volunteers to man the booth there. We moved on and did an update on the call to artists for our Celebration of Diversity mural, and just talked about the deadline of May 1st for the applications, and that artists that have already created a segment are free to create another, or submit for another creation of another segment if they want to, and we will take a vote between May 1st and May 15th and decide who gets those 5 segments. But the more applicants that we get, the better. Next, we just talked about our own projects that were, with the extra funds we have, what we're going to be doing for our 2022 projects, and just talked about art on the trail, and that we do want to continue doing art on the trail because that had so much popularity this year. So we will be doing art on the trail again, and we also talked about adding another, possibly a pumpkin fest around Halloween, that we can collaborate with the HCA and their Wicked Weekend and possibly do it on the same weekend. So those would be some potential uses for our own funds, so the art on the trail and the pumpkin fest. That was where we ended, and we had a motion to adjourn, and it was all a very happy, wonderful meeting. So that's our updates from the Hopkinton Cultural Council. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to cultural chair at hopkintonmass.gov, and we love community input. We also have 2 members that had to resign, that are in the process of resigning due to moving. So we are going to be having 2 openings. So if anyone wants to get involved, we are going to be looking for 2 additional members. So that's all for me. Have a great day.